This was the image that appeared on the ultrasound screen when we went in to find out our baby's gender. My wife, Sarah, and I sat frozen in shock as we stared at the screen. We should have been overjoyed. After all, we had been trying to have a baby for over 7 years. We had nearly lost all hope until, finally, the doctor said the words we'd been waiting for. "Congratulations, you're going to be parents." I couldn't describe the happiness I felt. After years of fertility treatments, disappointment, and prayers, we were finally going to have a child. But ever since Sarah got pregnant, something felt off. Her symptoms weren't like other pregnancies. She was always exhausted, more than normal. Her belly felt too heavy, almost unnaturally so. And the cravings? They were disturbing. I remember the night she begged me to bring home raw steak, not to cook, just to hold. At first, I thought it was some weird pregnancy craving. But then, I caught her one night, standing in the kitchen, staring at a slab of raw meat, and I swear, I saw her lift it to her lips, like she wanted to drink from it. When I asked her what she was doing, she just smiled weakly and said, "Nothing." I just felt like touching it. I wanted to believe it was nothing. I really did. But that ultrasound, that thing on the screen wasn't a baby. It didn't look like a baby. And what terrified me even more was the doctor's reaction. He hesitated, his expression darkening for just a second before he quickly composed himself. These machines don't always show clear images," he muttered. "Everything looks fine." He was lying. I knew it. But neither Sarah nor I said a word. We left the clinic in silence. We were afraid to talk about it. Then, 2 weeks later, I woke up to Sarah screaming. I bolted upright in bed. "Sarah? What's wrong?" She clutched her stomach, her face twisted in agony. "It feels like something is tearing me apart." I rushed to turn on the light, and what I saw made my stomach drop. Something inside her belly was moving. No, not just moving, pushing against her skin in unnatural ways. Jagged shapes stretched beneath the surface like something trying to break out. And then, just as suddenly as it started, it stopped. She collapsed back on the bed, drenched in sweat. That wasn't the last time it happened. Over the next few weeks, Sarah changed. Her skin grew pale, her eyes sunken. I caught her whispering to herself, having conversations with someone who wasn't there. And every now and then, she'd pause, like she wanted to tell me something but was too afraid. Then came the worst night of all. She woke up screaming louder than ever before. Her entire body shook, and she clutched at her belly with wide, desperate eyes. "Adrian," she gasped, "I need to tell you something." I held her close. "What is it?" She swallowed hard. "This baby, it shouldn't be born." My breath caught in my throat. "What do you mean?" She sobbed, gripping my arm. "I did something, Adrian. I went to someone. A person who promised to help us get pregnant when all the doctors failed. A woman my friend recommended. She said she could fix us." I felt my blood run cold. "What kind of person?" She hesitated, tears falling freely now. "A witch." I didn't breathe. She gave me strange herbs to drink. She told me to say words I didn't understand. I thought it was harmless, but, ever since then, I've been seeing. "A woman?" I interrupted. Sarah's face paled. "How do you know that?" "Because I had seen her too." The woman. Tall, gaunt, her face too long, her eyes, empty. She stared at me from mirrors, from dark corners, from the reflection in our bedroom window. "I went to the witch first," I admitted. Sarah's breath hitched. "What?" I looked down, ashamed. I was desperate. I wanted a child. She told me not to tell you, that you had to come to her on your own. So I asked your friend, Melissa, to convince you to see her. Sarah started shaking. You set me up. I reached for her. I did it for us. I just wanted a family. She let out a bitter, broken laugh. Adrian, this isn't a baby. It's something else. And we have to stop it before. She suddenly bolted from the bed, running to the kitchen. I chased after her just in time to see her grab a knife. Sarah no. She lifted it toward her stomach. I have to stop this before it's too late. I lunged forward, trying to wrestle the knife from her, but then I saw her. The woman. She was in the reflection of the kitchen window, watching. Smiling. And then Sarah screamed, a horrible, agonizing sound. She clutched her stomach as bones cracked beneath her skin. The bulge in her belly twisted and stretched. Something clawed from the inside. And then I saw it. A hand, black as tar, sharp-fingered, piercing through her stomach. Sarah's breath hitched. Her eyes met mine, full of terror. Forgive me. And then, before I could stop her, she plunged the knife into herself. Again. And again. And again. A piercing, inhuman shriek filled the room. I looked back at the window, the woman was screaming too. She twisted, her body contorting, before vanishing into the darkness. Sarah fell into my arms, her blood pooling around us. I just wanted to give you the child you always wanted, she whispered. And then she was gone. And I was alone. Now, as my own blood pools beneath me, I realize. I've lost everything. I recorded this message in hopes that someone hears it. Don't make the same mistake we did. Don't listen to them. They don't want to help you. They just want to take.
This recording was found on a phone recovered from the Willowbrook apartment incident. The bodies of Adrian and Sarah Williams were discovered inside their home. Sarah, 9 months pregnant, was found with her stomach completely hollowed out, her ribcage shattered. No sign of the baby was ever found. Investigations are still ongoing.
Like, subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss a scare.